What's up, Raptor fans? It's your boy, Andre Lindo, here to give you another recap of the Toronto Raptors. And they played the Celtics today with no Kyrie Irving and no Gordon Hayward. What do you think the outcome was? Coming up. Was one of the most disappointing losses of the season, playing against a Celtics team that had Kyrie Irving on the bench injured and had Al Horford just coming off of an injury. I cannot believe the style of play the Raptors played today. So, first key point, the Raptors played a very sluggish game. Their pace is usually way higher than this, and they were playing very, very slow and sloppy. Man, 6 or 7 turnovers in the first quarter alone. They were letting these smaller Boston players steal the ball, get hands on the ball, and then letting the bruisers like Aaron Baines and Thies come in and just beat up our bigs like it was nothing. It was very, very disappointing to see the Raptors play like this. The Raptors played like they were playing against the greatest team of all time, defensive team of all time, and allowed this defensive team to just beat them up in every point that they could. They could not score anything easy. 3-pointers weren't going well, and then obviously you got the second unit coming in playing defense, but just could not score. It was really bad. Key point number 2, the coaching. Now, I haven't talked about the coaching all year, and the reason being is that I feel that Casey needs time with this team. It's a new team, new offense, all that stuff. But today had nothing to do with the offense. Today had nothing to do with their defense. Today had to do with his decision-making on personnel. So first thing, personnel. Why was Vleet in the game in the fourth quarter to end the game? Do you know how many layups was happening? Yes, he got that one steal, but anyone that was in that position would have got that steal because it was great defense from OG. Why is Vleet in the game? Why is there such a love affair with Vleet from Dwayne Casey and staff? I don't get it, because it's not like he was playing any better, and then there was huge mismatches between players on the team. Second point of this coaching. Why was DeRozan on the bench for so long? You know the game was very close, and you need scoring, and your second unit is not scoring because the plays that you created are not working. Yes, they're playing great defensively, but they're not scoring the ball. Why wasn't DeRozan out earlier? He doesn't come in till like the 7th or 6th minute left in the fourth quarter. Explain that. Then in the fourth quarter, you bring in your starters again that weren't playing good defense, and you leave out JV and you put in CJ Miles. That seemed great. Then you put in Vleet. What were you thinking? And then the plays that are being done outside of timeouts. Every time there's a timeout, it always ends up with a Kyle Lowry 3-point shot or DeRozan floater over someone. Never scores, it never works. Why is it that you are calling timeouts and there's no plane being drawn to come out of timeouts? What is going on here with the coaching? And yes, everyone keeps saying like, hey, it's the players, they need to play at a certain level. The coaches can't help the players with the way they play. But I believe the coach has a lot to do with it when it comes to putting personnel, seeing the matchup. So, prime example, JV is on the court, right? Brad Stevens sees that. And notice that Marcus Morris is in the game when JV's in the game. Notice when JV's not in the game, Marcus Morris is not. Why? Because they constantly switch. Al Horford and Morris switch, and then JV is sitting out on the 3-point line trying to guard Marcus Morris, a more agile player. And JV can't guard him. What happened in the fourth quarter when they hit that three-pointer that basically ended the game for the Raptors? JV was switched out again. Why was JV in the game in the first place? Nobody knows. But, you know, that's all the coaches. That's not a player issue. That's a coaching issue. That is a matchup issue that the player doesn't see. That is the coach that's supposed to see that. Why is JV playing in the last 10 seconds of the second quarter? Why? Right? The Raptors should have won this game. This game should have been the Raptors. But anyways. Point number 3, the reffing. I cannot believe the calls that the Celtics got in this game. The way Aaron Bynes was just literally beating up every single Raptor that played today. The way that Jason Tatum had that travel. And then all the ticky-tack calls they had on Lowry throughout the game. So, yes, the refs they were really bad today. They extremely bad. Yet the Raptors were still in this game. And then Lowry almost fell out of the game. But you know what? Even if the refs are not giving you the calls, you guys got to stop talking to the refs. I feel that the Raptors talk to the refs way too much, especially Lowry, especially Ibaka. And the truth of the matter is, when you start talking to the refs start to feel they got a little bit of ego problem. So they start calling things in favor for the Celtics. Even though they were calling it most of the game for the Celtics, they got it worse. So suggestion to the Raptors is you just to stop talking to the refs. You're just not going to win any of those situations. And I just don't understand how the officiating against the Raptors always seems to go against them, right? Yes, DeRozan gets to the line a lot, but the fact of the matter is there were some calls and there were some really hard fouls on specific players that the refs did not call. And then on the other end, the guy would get touched. And the refs were calling fouls, almost calling technical fouls on certain players. It was silly. So my thing is that the referees need to get better, and the Toronto Raptors need to stop complaining to the refs, because what ends up happening is you get that standard that the Raptors complain, and that's why the refs will start calling more fouls in favor of the opposing team. Anyways, that's it for today. I am just really disappointed. I feel that this was a very, very winnable game, even up into the last minute. The last minute shot was really bad. You know, I think DeRozan had beat his player and he could have went straight to the rim, maybe tried to get a foul, but nevertheless, you know, we lost this game, and it wasn't lost in the last few minutes. It wasn't lost in the last few seconds. It was lost in the second half when the Raptors start playing extremely sluggish. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching my video. Like, subscribe, tell me what you think the Raptors should do in these situations, and what do you think about Dwayne Casey's coaching? What it needs to improve for him to, you know, make better decisions, you know, in these tight games. Because when playoff season comes, when playoffs start, these are specific situations that are going to happen, and his coach and his mindset is going to be what ultimately gets the Raptors into the next round of the playoffs, or if they get swept. So thanks, guys. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Remembrance Day, and we'll see you again against the Rockets. Peace.